So let's bring in criminal defense attorney Stacey Schneider. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise, and they actually named it in the indictment, the Combs Enterprise.
Diddy's in serious trouble. Big charges like racketeering and trafficking are on the table. A huge trial's coming, and everyone's wondering, can he get out of this? Or is this the end for the music icon? The prosecution is coming at Diddy with a serious case, claiming he's mixed up in years of criminal activity. Now there's Tony Busby, a well-known lawyer representing 120 clients who are pointing fingers at Diddy. That's a lot of pressure on Diddy's defense team, isn't it? He's got a high-profile lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, who argues that the charges are racially motivated. They claim that Diddy wouldn't be facing this level of scrutiny if he were someone else, saying it's like a public lynching, and he's just getting caught up in a flawed justice system. Diddy's legal squad is gearing up for a fight. They plan to challenge the credibility of the accusers and argue the legality of the evidence. Plus, they're questioning the timing of these allegations, suggesting it might be more about money and fame than actual justice. Federal prosecutors, however, are determined. The trial is expected to last about 3 weeks, and there's a chance more charges could come up, which would complicate things for Diddy. As the trial date nears, Diddy's public image is on shaky ground. His mom, Janice, is voicing her support, describing the charges as heartbreaking and emphasizing he deserves a fair chance. However, with opinions so divided and the media scrutinizing every detail, predicting the outcome is tough. Diddy's chances heavily rely on how strong the prosecution's evidence is and how effectively his team can argue against it. He's dealing with claims that span 2 decades, with those 120 accusers ready to share their stories. His defense has to handle each accusation while knocking down the prosecution's case. A major charge against him is racketeering under the RICO Act. If they can link a bunch of crimes together, Diddy could face much harsher penalties. With public opinion playing a huge role, his team is working to counter any negative press. Many celebrities have come to his side, framing the allegations as an attack on successful black men. This conversation taps into larger issues of race and justice today. Balancing this and the rising support for the Me Too movement makes Diddy's case a real challenge. If his team can pull it off, he might walk away free. But if the evidence is strong against him, we could see a very different outcome. Now, let's talk about what could happen in Diddy's trial. Given the mountain of charges and the number of accusers, pulling off a win would need a near-perfect defense. If the prosecution comes out swinging and shows that Diddy has been part of a consistent pattern of criminal behavior, he could be looking at a conviction. Just the racketeering charges themselves come with a serious potential sentence of up to 20 years behind bars. Even if he gets lucky and is acquitted of the most serious charges, any convictions on lesser charges could still land him in prison and hit him hard with financial penalties. As the trial date draws closer, there's always the chance that Diddy might consider a plea deal to sidestep a lengthy, high-profile court battle. If he did take that route, he might plead guilty to some lesser offenses in exchange for a lighter sentence, allowing him to avoid the risks of a full trial and lessen the impact on his public image. The catch is that admitting to any wrongdoing could seriously damage his reputation. Now, if the jury can't come to a unanimous decision, we're looking at a hung jury and a possible mistrial. This wouldn't clear Diddy's name, but it would buy his defense team some extra time to regroup and potentially negotiate a better outcome. So what's next for Diddy? As the trial looms, his future is still pretty uncertain. Even if he dodges prison time, the shadow of these charges could linger over his reputation for a long time. The fact that he's facing these serious allegations might already be enough to tarnish his legacy, no matter how the trial goes. Diddy has built a massive empire over the last 3 decades, but this legal battle could leave a permanent mark on his brand. Regardless of the verdict, this case will likely send shockwaves through the entertainment industry, highlighting that even the biggest names aren't exempt from accountability. It could also motivate others to come forward with their own stories of misconduct in the music world. Now, as we said, to avoid a conviction, his defense team needs to perform nearly flawlessly. If the prosecution makes a strong case showing that Diddy was involved in a pattern of criminal behavior, he could be convicted. But if he is acquitted, it could mark a significant moment for celebrity defense when dealing with legal issues, especially for high-profile black men. An acquittal might also help Diddy inspire a comeback, leveraging his story of overcoming adversity. Diddy has a history of bouncing back from challenges, including lawsuits and controversies. If he wins, he could frame this experience as part of his growth, tapping into public sympathy. He could even revive his music career and business ventures, using the support from his loyal fans. On the other hand, if Diddy gets convicted, it could be a big deal. As a major name in hip-hop and business, his fall could leave a big gap in the industry, affecting other artists and companies. This case shows bigger issues about accountability, where powerful people often escape punishment. A conviction could wake up the music business, pushing for more honesty and possible investigations into bad behavior. Diddy's situation has sparked new talks about how the music industry deals with misconduct claims. For a long time, rich and powerful men have slipped by without facing consequences. But the Me Too movement has changed things, and it's now impacting music too. Diddy's case could be a turning point, leading to wider investigations and possibly involving other big names. Diddy's legacy is on the line. He's always been about bouncing back and facing challenges. He's dealt with lawsuits and business issues before, but this time it's different. These charges could seriously affect his career and have big legal impacts. His reputation, built on being creative and influential, is now at risk. This trial is a key moment that will shape how he is remembered. For years, Diddy has been seen as a powerful mogul. He has shaped hip-hop culture and influenced many within the industry. If he is convicted, it could tarnish that image, turning him into a symbol of power abuse rather than success. Even if he is acquitted, the impact of the allegations might linger, affecting how the public views him. If Diddy beats the charges, it could inspire other powerful people to use similar legal tactics when facing accusations. But it might also spark calls for changes to how the system works, so influential folks can't dodge accountability. A conviction could push the industry to be more open and responsible. This trial's effects stretch beyond just Diddy. It might lead to more investigations into other high-profile names in entertainment and get people talking about justice and power. How Diddy's case turns out will hinge on things like the strength of the evidence, how credible the witnesses are, and the quality of his defense. No matter what the verdict is, this case has already made a mark on Diddy's legacy, raising tough questions about fame and responsibility. The world is watching closely as the trial goes on, waiting to see a result that could change a big music figure's career. Whatever happens, this will resonate in the entertainment world for years to come, linking Diddy's legacy with this crucial moment in his life. Now do drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such content. We'll be back soon with another one, so see you then.